We're back. Let's get rid of that. There we go. Oh, we should get rid of the program too. There we go. Well, the good news is the frame that I ordered 2 weeks ago still hasn't even shipped to Zara.
Hey, Spiderman!
Yeah, what's up?
Jameson's right. You put on a big show, but all you do is leave a mess behind for everyone else.
What brought this on, Officer Friendly?
Fisk is gonna get off.
I doubt that. We got decades worth of evidence on the big guy.
Not anymore. Evidence truck got hit on the way to lockup. Whatever was on those hard drives is as good as gone.
Big Willie isn't getting off that easy. I'll get those drives back.
Dumb question. Why did you send all of the evidence in one truck?
All processed evidence has RFID tracking tags applied. I should be able to find the hard drives if I track the tags. Gotta move fast. I make fun of Jameson, but his constant bad-mouthing me really hits home with some people. I mean, Fisk's men steal the drives from the cops, and somehow that's my fault? Well, the important thing is to make sure Fisk doesn't get away with this.
That's actually a good point. Also weird, Dakota. God, we're really visible during night, aren't we? Look at this. Oh, hello.
Should've got a coffee.
Just in time. Doesn't look like they've wrecked the drives yet. Time to ruin Willie's welcome home party. Nighty night.
Dano,
I can get a couple more before I go into combat. Ignore that. It's just the wind.
who's there?
Snoring now.
Who's there?
I said no one. God, dude.
Picking us off one by one. Dano,
Doing time out.
got Vinny. Boss says hi.
Hi.
That's it? I've seen people fight harder over a new smartphone. The drives aren't damaged. Perfect. Now I just need to return this to the Hell's Kitchen precinct.
Wait, seriously? Daredevil is the one prosecuting Fisk? I mean, that makes perfect sense. Hi, Raziel.
Wish I could see Willie's face when he finds out about this. I'll bet he chokes on his prison Bordeaux.
That trunk sucks.
Fisk isn't going anywhere. I've got the missing drives.
Wait a sec. So you just happen to know where to find them? Maybe you and the Kingpin really are working together.
Wow, really? Steal him and bring him right back? You don't think I have better things to do with my time? Uh-oh. Rockets! Take cover! Hey, a little overkill, don't you think? Eat this guy. They're throwing everything they've got at us.
Yeah, I mean, we all know that it's human nature to blame other people, but I have to admit, the amount to which...
Haven't you guys ever heard of the cloud?
The amount of effort they're going through to blame Spidey, especially given that it's more or less demonstrably their own fault, in many cases, is a little bit sad.
Through me to get to you. Who needs a nap?
Tell you one thing. Visually, it's really easy to see Spider-Man on the screen for maneuvering and whatnot.
I'll say this for Fisk. At least he's eco-friendly.
In other words, I've never lost track of him because he's so visually distinct. I mean, I guess he should be.
Some of Fisk's men must have made it up top.
Where are the drives? Go to hell. Wrong answer, pig.
Alright, let's see what this move does.
Hey, real talk. You're kind of bad at this.
What did that do?
For you. Get your back, Spider-Man.
Don't let them get the drives.
Is he actually tasing them? Oh my god, he's being useful! I am in shock! Not that he's a cop, because he's an NPC.
Spider-Man, I'm sorry. I was wrong about you. Jameson can go to hell.
Much appreciated, officer.
One question. Is it true you're from another world?
Yeah, it's called Queens. See ya.
Really? That's your answer to that? Yeah, we need to have at least one more serious scene with the cartoon outfit. We just have to. It's mandatory. So I'm getting a little bit worried. We are way into this game. We haven't actually been to the raft yet. The raft was like the second thing they ever showed for this game. And we're not even there yet. What the hell? Pretty convenient. Spider-Man manages to show up at the police station right as it's being attacked. JJJ at home might have a point. Just hanging out. I like how they do the shadows on this outfit, too. Oh, we're gonna change outfits, aren't we?
Hello?
Parker! Just in time.
He's walking differently, too.
Celebrate? Wait. Where are the arms? Oh, wow. So cool.
Of course, that would be Parker's reaction.
Intracranial neural network. Neurotransmission speeds under 1 nanosecond. Faster than signals travel inside the brain. Never mind to an external prosthesis. We did it, Peter. No one can take this away from us.
Amazing.
And your work on the neural web was the key.
But we haven't even tested it yet. There's so much we don't know.
It works beautifully. Come on, take a look.
nice touch that he has to use it to keep himself upright properly. It probably was really hurting him to walk without him. What do you want to bet? Like, just to walk normally. Until, you know, he finally was like, okay, and he actually had to brace himself, and he relaxed invisibly. That's... Jesus.
Little error, though.
Let's help Doc Ock become a villain!
Voltage spike. Should be an easy fix.
That's easy. I don't even have to math that one, just boop.
See if that worked. No, this is worse than I thought.
All right. I've been noticing that too, Takoida. In fact, I can't help but point out that there are now 6 major Spider-Man villains in the raft. Oop. Yeah, we're going to be the one directly responsible for this. This is going to be awful. I'm actually kind of upset about what's about to happen here. What are my options? Do one. Let's go and do that for now. Actually, no. That. There we go. So... There we go.
Hope that stabilized it. Damn it, the spike is cascading. I don't know if I can fix this.
Damn right I can. Okay. What do you want to bet this won't do it? No? Oh wait, yeah, no, this worked. There we go.
Come on.
That could too, Volcanto. Seizures, short-term memory loss, long-term memory loss, limbic degradation, frontal lobe edema, sorry. High risk of mood or personality shift. Discontinue use immediately.
This is bad. Doctor? Doctor, I've found a potential problem.
Everything has problems if you look hard enough. But fortune favors the bold. It's time to show the world what we've done.
Otto, the neural web isn't isolating your motor neurons. It could be affecting other parts of your brain, your inhibitions, your mood. I just think we need some more tests.
We've got enough tests!
first time in my life, I don't feel like a failure. I feel like me.
Otto, you're not a failure. But this could permanently damage your mind. Please.
Right. Right.
Come on, Otto. Come on, we're here for you, buddy. We're here for you, Otto. Come on.
Don't worry.
We'll get it working.
We're close.
We'll make this happen.
I'll keep at it. I'll work out some bugs. Go. Go.
You sure you're okay?
Yes.
This is when you don't leave.
Thank you, Peter. For everything.
Don't leave, Parker. I know you're kind of stupid.
Grand Central Terminal, where Mayor Osborne is about to address the media.
Martin Lee is now behind bars. When I make a promise to this city, I keep it. The people of New York will soon make a decision that could change the course of this city forever. So when you're casting your vote, remember what I've done. We are all safer now than we have ever been.
Liar! You have no idea what you're in for.
Even if he wasn't a supervillain, even if we didn't have out-of-character knowledge, when someone's going through something like that, you don't leave. Christ.
I should check on Miles.
Hey, Pete.
Hi, Miles. I just wanted to see how you're doing with the news about Lee. Look, if you didn't want to work there anymore, May and I would understand.
I did want to quit when I heard. Then I remember what my dad used to say. A hero is just a guy who doesn't give up.
That's true, assuming he's doing the right thing. I got you that job. I'd hate for you to keep doing it if you think it's wrong.
Oh, the people here. Nothing Martin Lee did is their fault. They need help and I'm helping them. I think Dad would want me to stay. I think he'd be proud.
I know he would. And Miles, I'm proud of you too. Anytime you want to talk, just call.
Thanks, Pete. Gotta go. May just gave me a list of all the supplies to get. Alright, later.
Peace. I like Miles, too. They did a good job of him here. I hope we see more of him in the MCU. On a related note. You know, Zilok, it didn't even occur to me. Hang on. I love how Mayor Osborn talks about keeping promises when referring to Martin Lee when Spider-Man was the one who stopped him. Pretty sure Spider-Man was the one who stopped Martin Lee and you had nothing to do with it. What's the difference? Rogue Sable agent. What's the difference between Spider-Man and Sable International? Sable gets paid, and Spider-Man doesn't pistol whip civilians. I have to admit, over the years I've gotten less positively inclined towards the dark side trope. Just to make this clear, when I mean the dark side trope, I mean something external affects and corrupts you to the point where you are basically a different person, and it's usually you becoming a villain. And if you are, for whatever reason, cured or excised of the dark side in question, you go back to being yourself. Lord knows that can be done properly. I've seen several examples of that. But I really feel like fiction overuses that trope, and not particularly well. Doc, I'm back! Don't turn into Dr. Octopus! Don't do it!
Doc loves these things. Used them in grad school when he had to manipulate radioactive isotopes. Says seeing them keeps him humble.
Those are still very cool. I'm not sure what I think of Otto going this route yet. But I have to admit I don't really care for it just already. We'll see what they do with it. Oh, we can finally do the rest of the circuit stuff, it looks like.
Cool. Logic controller for the microcables Doc's been theorizing.
That won't work. Unless... No, wrong one. Ah, that's why. Yeah, I will also say one of the other problems, in my opinion, when it comes to trying to get comfortable, when it comes to using the dark side trope, it's that they do it so that they're free from judgment. You know what I mean? It's okay, all those horrible things you did aren't your fault, so they can still use them as a character later or redeem them. Because they didn't actually do anything wrong. It was all the dark side that was doing it, not them. Which is it's funny coming from me, because anybody knows me knows I'm a sucker for a good redemption story. But I'm a sucker for a good redemption story. Alright, everyone go stab Tigzar really quick. Are you aware that Otto has been a good guy many times, Tigzar? I'm actually just curious. In fact, I'm pretty sure he's a hero right now. I meant to look into that. Yeah, it's very true, Dakota. Yeah, it literally has to be this. Okay, so. Thank you for the stabbings. Appreciate it. Remember, stab responsibly.
These things are awesome. So much more versatile than traditional fixed-axis designs. Simple AI that'll improve the prosthetics functionality over time. Welcome to the future.
I also have to say, that's true, Doc Ock is usually one of the least evil of the villains in the Spider-Man mythos, but this is a new continuity, right? If, in my blunt opinion, if you're going to go ahead and go out of your way to make a new continuity, you should do something with it and make it interesting. Now, doing the predictable thing can be okay. Arkham City, right? Although, I suppose Arkham City did arguably do something unpredictable, now that I think about it. But point remains. It doesn't have to be... Whoops. It doesn't have to be new to be good, but I have to admit I would rather it be new and, you know, passable than something predictable, regardless of quality. I will admit that. That's a preference thing. That won't work. Alfred Molina was awesome, but then again, I like that actor in general. I'm also probably the only person in the theater when I went to see Spider-Man 2 who was like, wait a minute. That's the guy from Maverick! Now watch, nobody in chat's gonna have any idea who I'm talking about. For the record, I'm actually a huge fan of Maverick. The film. Although I did watch the show, too. down one there. And one here. There we go.
Now the prosthetic has a tiny brain. Cool. And a little creepy.
That is pretty horrible, but whatever.
Doc dove right in with the intracranial interface.
Well, yeah, he's got to get revenge on Osborn. Ah! Amusing Inquisitor. Although never trust anything Hideo Kojima says. Man's a liar. Alright, so let's just work our way through this one. Speaking of which, how about that Death Stranding? Is that for a mind trip? What? What, the dark side thing, Dakota? I don't understand. Damn. Well, I need to do this. Hang on, so let's connect this, see what happens. Other way, Lore. There you go. That doesn't make sense. Oh.
Revolutionary. But not 100% stable. We need to refine this design.
I'm actually wondering what the impact of this is going to be on Doc Ock, because it's obviously going to be something. Speaking of good redemption stories, what they did with Dr. Octopus in Spider-Man 2 was not a good redemption story. It's my opinion. Like, there were several snippets of good story and character arc for him, but it was like, and then skip several scenes, and then, I'm a monster, and then skip several scenes, and then, it's all his fault, I should be evil. And then he was just evil out of absolutely nowhere for the bulk of his time, and then, oh, I should be back to being a good guy again. Like, what? And the fact, yeah, I didn't like the neural inhibitor thing. I didn't like the fact that the arms were literally talking to him. I did like his final line. I will not die a monster. I liked that. And in general, I loved the arms in Spider-Man 2. They're still, to date, possibly this game will surpass it, but to date, my favorite visual presentation of the arms was in Spider-Man 2. Those were awesome. I may have designed an entire character based just on their arms, because they're so cool. And there's so much you could do with that. That's a utility power right there. But yeah, as... Really, guys? Right outside my window. I can see you. You can't see me, of course, because you're not paying attention to me. As Adam points out, yeah, that was the neural inhibitor was a clear usage of the dark side as a concept. These are getting interesting. Do I have to get to all of them? Looks like I do not. Do I have it on the... I do, okay. But I only have... Okay. think it would be that easy. I could see that, Dakota, yeah.
That did it.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. I'm too stupid for this, guys. My chat is just sitting there. God! Why aren't you doing fire damage? If I were to guess, I would say that Osborn is considered the main villain of this one. The guy who has no powers and no nothing. As I've said before, I like Osborn, the corporate mogul villain, personally. Wow, I do not have a lot to work with here at all. Jesus. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I mean, there's literally only one way to do this. And that's this. So we have to do this, which will give us nothing. Oh, there it is. I was gonna say, I know I have a 3. There we go.
Finished.
I got a bonus of some kind, I guess. I don't know. I got a trophy. That's all that really matters, right? Getting trophies. Especially since I'm not connected to the PSN for some reason. I still haven't figured out why. I mean, I did get more tokens, that's true. I mean, it's true, Inquisitor. There's so many times when, it's weird. When, normal humans tend to be the more engaging villains. What was it, Rakuten? I missed it. And no, I unsubbed to PSN forever ago. Pretty much as soon as the Dissidia NT thing ended.
Congratulations, Captain. You got the City Hall bomber.
We got him.
Tomato, tomato. My point is, you've been burning the candle at both ends lately. You should take a vacation.
I'm not exactly the tourist type, but once we've rounded up the rest of Lee's people, maybe I will. No planes, no suitcases, just uninterrupted sleep.
Oh, you are a party animal. But hey, whatever floats your cruise ship. Or doesn't. You've earned it.
I gotta be honest, uninterrupted sleep would be awesome. Do you know how much I would value 8 hours of good night's rest? Jesus Christ. I would pay for that. I don't know, Cerberus. Mustard!
Peter,
You okay?
I'm getting by.
I don't know how I feel about you running this place all by yourself.
And these people need help. If I lose a few hours of sleep, so be it.
You're funny, Nerozaz.
So have you heard from Mr. Lee since...
No. But the Martin I know couldn't have done that. Whatever's become of him, that's not the one I want to remember. So, how are things with MJ?
Oh, it's,
Awful.
you know, she's, It's complicated.
Honesty. That's what got me and Ben through the rough patches.
You guys had rough patches?
Oh, sure. Especially when we were your age. So, are you honest with her? Does she know the real you?
Well, yeah.
Hey, turn it up. I want to hear this.
A spokesperson for the police has confirmed that this was the truck carrying the device used in the Grand Central Terminal attack.
Oh, it never ends. Peter?
I don't understand that, Rakuten. I mean, you could have a year of game time with WoW. You can buy that. I can't buy 8 hours of sleep.
Captain Watanabe, leave a message.
Yuri, where are you? Call me when you get this. I just hope the Devil's Breath is still there. And still secure. If the demons got to that truck, this just went from bad to catastrophic.
I mean, everyone in the comic book verse knows how to pull a Batman to some extent or another. The only difference is Parker usually leaves his clothes in the kitchen. Whoop, whoop. Okay, fair enough, Rakuten. I suppose my overall point was that there's a lot of things that it would be nice to have that cannot be procured. Not because of the money, but because they cannot be procured. It's not possible. I can't... It doesn't matter if I save up $5,000 or $50,000. I will not be able to buy regular, good night's sleep. That was the point I was trying to make.
The Devil's Breath is gone, but we got even bigger problems.
Rikers?
We have to hurry. Hop on.
Oh, this is it. This is it.
What happened?
It was a coordinated attack. Must have been planned from the outside. Every cell block is breached. We're minutes away from every prisoner and Rikers walking right up 5th Avenue.
What about the raft?
Should be okay. It's a Supermax facility. Better security and a separate power grid.
Good. What about the Devil's Breath?
Sable's handling it.
Do you trust them?
Do I have a choice?
Uh-oh.
Hey, what's up?
Should've worn your seatbelt.
Would have helped him. Okay, this suit's great and all, but no, for something this serious, we gotta get a real suit. And you know what suit that means. That's the Mark III, that's the Mark III. Sorry, that's the Mark IV. Let's get a real power equipped, too.
Take him out!
I'm on it.
Spiderman! Attention all COs. Instant It's him or us. Let's take him. All inmates return to your cells. Repeat, return to your cells. This is your last warning.
I'm suddenly reminded...
Damn it. They got into the armory.
Is that bad? That sounds bad.
It means some of the inmates are armed with rocket launchers.
Yeah, that's bad. I'm on it.
Question. Why do you have rocket launchers at Rikers?
Arm yourself and get that off the island.
You guys go back to your cells and behave. We can forget this ever happened. That's time.
I'm reminded of Xanatos from Gargoyles. There was a plot he did once where he planned a prison break specifically to ensure that the person who he cared about in there
I still see a few more out in the yard.
Who thought it was a good idea to bring rockets into a prison?
would be...
Come in. This is Sergeant Hansen. Anyone on this channel?
This is Captain Watanabe. Where are you?
Electrical access. Rooftop near cell block D. Trying to restore power. That you in the chopper?
Affirmative. What
And then, the inmate he cared about, who didn't participate in the escape, basically got brownie points for not participating in the escape, and, you know, got an early parole, which is what Xanatos was actually after the entire time. It's probably one of my favorite Xanatos plots in the whole series.
Spider-Man, can you get to that rooftop? There's an officer calling for help up there.
On my way. Someone's trapped
Yeah,
behind that
exactly,
door.
Justin. There's a lot of guys here. How many people commit crimes in New York City? Don't answer that question.
Come on, man! I know somebody's out there! They're almost on top of me! Get me out of here!
They're coming! Where is everybody? They're attacking my car!
See you around, Raziel. What a moron are you, dude?
Help the warden! I'll keep working on getting the power restored!
Right, I'm on it.
Warden! Come on
Gotta take them all out.
Look out!
Fair enough, Max time.
Could this get any worse?
It can
Yes.
always get worse.
Attention staff! Any block is compromised! Get out of there, guys!
Sleep it off.
Good work. Just a few left.
That'd be funny if these are all Fisk's men. I mean, they can fight like Fisk's men. Whoops, wrong button. I was gonna say, what do you want to bet this is the distraction? For, you know, the raft. Gotta get those 6 villains out who may or may not have a sinister agenda.
They're stealing a chopper.
Who do they have that knows how to fly a... whatever. Yeah, I'm stronger than a chopper, sorry. Hey, what's up? And that guy is dead.
License and registration, please.
Okay, looks like things are somewhat under control.
I thought you said the raft was secure.
It was. Let's go. Maybe it's not as bad as it looks.
Love the optimism. But in my experience, when it looks bad, it's usually worse. Look out!
Hey, Electro. The actual Electro this time.
Yuri!
I'm slipping!
Gotcha. Hold on!
So yeah, time for the E3 scene that we've all seen before. Finally at the breakout. I was just talking about this, too.
You okay?
Yeah.
Welcome to the party! Just in time for the fire!
Who are these guys and why are they in the raft?
Electro? Why is he letting everyone out?
I'll head for the main control center and see how bad the situation is.
Got it. I'll go join the party.
The fact that that's Josh Keaton is hysterical, I gotta say.
Everyone just quietly go back into your cell and lock the door behind you, okay? Please?
Probably not.
That doesn't sound good.
Why would the raft hold normal people? Such a waste of resources. Hi, Rhino.
Hope you like surprise, Spider.
Surprise? What's he talking about?
Well, that's 2 now. Pretend to be surprised when the other 6 all escape, guys. Except probably Fisk. Fisk probably won't escape.
Electrical fire detected. Fire containment system offline. All personnel response is an emergency. Report to action stations and initiate.
There we go.
Hey, what's your status?
Me? Just trapped in a prison with every criminal I put away behind.
This is too good to be true.
Scorpion, can you hold on a minute? I was in the middle of a phone call and it was business.
I prefer healing, Adam. Also, that's 3.
Lost you for a second there. You okay?
Not really. Electro, Rhino, and now Scorpion are all on the loose. What's going on in the rest of the prison?
Camera system's almost up. I'll give you a sit rep soon.
Okay, I'll keep tracking Electro.
Kind of makes sense that you go for Electro first. He can kind of enable a lot of the other heroes. I'm curious how they kept him on lockdown, considering his power set. Uh, 700,000, Tigzar. I don't know. A lot.
Literally didn't see that coming.
There are many villains. There's actually an entire wiki just dedicated to Marvel villains.
Whoa! Come on, Spider-Man. I thought this was a chase.
Yeah, I can hear it now.
Gotta stop this guy.
You can't stop me. But I'm flattered that you still try.
You tell me who you're working for, I'll go easy on you. Nobody ever takes me up on that offer.
I would. Yeah, I'm working for Bob. He's a super maniac. He's got a lot of money, see. And, whoa, did I overshoot him? I did overshoot him.
Gotcha.
4.
Long time no see. We're going to have so much fun.
Sorry, no time to talk.
Still with me, huh?
Okay, I got the security cameras back online.
How's it look?
Well, it looks like the entire population of the raft has escaped. Including Martin Lee. That makes 5 of your worst enemies that are now on the loose.
For a second there, I thought you were serious.
I am serious. I have to go. Some of them are heading into the city.
This is nuts.
Keep chasing it. Party's almost over.
Electro, stop!
How do you like my new suit?
Dashing. Where'd you get it?
Auto.
It's an exclusive club. Remember, he said not to kill him.
Good idea. In fact, we don't have to do this at all if you don't want to.
We definitely want to. Now!
This is my surprised face.
First and final warning. Stay out of our way. Each of you has a job to do. Your debts will be repaid when we're done. Go!
There he is!
Meanwhile, Norman Osborn is doing a thing. Damn it.
All these years. All these lies. It's over, Norman. Time to give them the truth.
report on the bioterror attack. As of this hour, the number of infected civilians is approaching half a million.
Fine.
There is
Can
still
you,
no update from the NDC
can you
on
pass
the
those
timetable
out for me?
an
Sure.
antidote, but they are working around the clock on a cure for this deadly disease. The citywide quarantine is being heavily enforced by Sable International, who maintain tight security over all transit points. Throughout the city, police and Sable agents continue to battle with Rikers and Raft escapees. Meanwhile, Mayor Osborn has gone on record blaming Spiderman for the prison break and citywide sickness, and branding him a fugitive. But he has yet to provide evidence, and many believe the mayor is just deflecting blame, since an exclusive report by the Bugle revealed that this disease originated in a secret, unregulated Oscorp laboratory here in Manhattan. Mayor Osborn insists that Oscorp
Turn
is
it off.
working with the NDC on an anti-serum, but has not provided any further evidence to support this claim.
Dr. Octavius. Why? How did I let this happen?
Just got a call from the hospital. They said you went AWOL.
I need to get back to work.
The doctor said you still have 14 broken bones.
Which means I have 192 non-broken ones. Thanks for taking care of me, by the way.
The hard part was keeping you hidden from Satan. They've branded you a priority target, you know.
I humbly accept the honor. What is happening to our city, Yuri?
I don't know. Feels like the end of the world. Maybe it is.
Sweet! Mission complete, guys. We're cool. Everything's cool. We're cool.
Good. There's gangs of escaped prisoners banding together and taking over entire city blocks. Looting, strong-arming local residents, you name it.
I'll take care of him. What else you got?
The mayor told Silver Sable to do whatever it takes to find Lee and Octavius. So she's just rounding people up indiscriminately, holding them captive in bases around the city. I've even heard rumors of enhanced interrogation tactics.
You mean torture? Don't worry. I'm on it. This is our city, Yuri. It's time we take it back.
Great. My men are tracking the supervillains. I'll update you when we make progress. For now, do your best to stabilize the city.
I don't mean to point this out here, but where the hell is anyone else in this setting? I mean, hasn't this officially reached the point where someone other than Spider-Man will have taken notice? I'm just curious. Now, I'm going to add a potential negative. We'll see where they go with this, but I'm adding a potential negative for that.
Yuri, I've got eyes on a mob of Riker's escapees. They're hunkered down for the long haul.
I'll send a team. But with all that's going on, it might take a while to get enough of my people together.
I don't want to think about what these guys could do in the meantime. I'll handle it. Sweet dreams. Nighty night. What's that?
Sure, I like bagel bites. Bagel bites are cool. I mean, okay.
Snoring now.
We were actually just talking about this the other day, when we were talking about this very game. We were talking about how games have a lot, fiction in general, has a lot of trouble
What's that? You're in timeout.
understanding how to properly present small-scale stuff, you know? And the whole scale problem, right? They want this to be big scale, so they've got this huge, potentially global-wide epidemic. I mean, I know this is not exactly the most reliable source to call on, but you remember Division and the story of Division? What they described, the plague that was described in Division, is a lot less damaging than the one they described here. And this one was an aerial-borne, highly infectious disease, which was just released in the middle of Time Frickin' Square. I mean, come on. Now, again, this is a Spider-Man game, so we want the focus to be on Spider-Man. But if you want the scale to be this high, you need to at least acknowledge the other people being involved, or helping. Like, we were just talking about this the other day. Hey, Mugen.
Okay, everyone be nice to the new guy. You'll be double bunking.
Well, I hope it went well for you, Mugen. I really do. And if it didn't, then you'll have to kill them all in the name of the Lich King. Anyways, point being.
Someone get him down here!
You see, that's the thing. Like, this is a major issue. We've got supervillains on the loose. Regular villains on the loose. What the? Go up! And then we've got the plague problem. And the best part is, we already know all that they know about the plague, and we know there isn't actually, like, a cure for this plague, because it's not a plague. It's actually a cure.
Spider-Man, from what I can tell, factions that existed within Rikers have stayed together now that they're out.
Well, yeah, that's how that works.
Forming multiple strongholds instead of just one big one. They don't trust each other.
Works to our advantage. They're clumped together, but not so many they can't be dealt with.
Easy for you to say. I gotta go.
Okay, come on down here, buddy.
Look out for sweating!
That's another one. Where's the National Guard? Or the Army? I mean, we do have a military, you know. That's some good military discipline. They even called out that they sent out a grenade.
Reinforcements! There sure are a lot of guys really eager to go back to prison! No mercy! Ruby, get up! Come on, get up! Getting us out! Get it up! Blast them!
Thank you, Blackfile. I do try to get better at video games. I know people make fun of me a lot for being terrible at video games, and it gets old every now and again. But I do try to be better. I don't always succeed,
I got him!
but I try.
More? How many guys does Rikers hold anyway?
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Where's the Illuminati in all this? I mean, if we really want to go all out with this, the Illuminati are a thing in Marvel. They're not even completely evil. Sorta. I guess they're debatably evil. Well, considering that one of the DLCs has to do with Sable, I'm pretty sure that's why they're in the game. Come on. Oh, that'll do. That's true. The Illuminati sent the Hulk into space. There's also S.H.I.E.L.D., Hydra. 8 years, Nerzes. This is 8 years into Spider-Man's career. Make of that what you will. And the Avengers exist. So it's Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, Doctor Strange, Wakanda.
All clear for the cleanup crew. Tell locals they can go to the bodega now.
Nice work. Things are hard enough in this city without it turning into a giant prison yard.
I mean, the Illuminati change every now and again. I have a base token. I don't have more base tokens. Still can't be the Ghost Rider.
Spider-Man, the Rat MVPs are back on the grid, laying siege to our police precincts. My men need your help. Now. Get to a vantage point in Midtown and I'll explain.
They're fine.
Wait, is it Octavius?
No, 2 of his flunkies. Still searching for the doctor. I have to be honest. That one scares me. Might be the smartest supervillain I've ever encountered.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Hold tight, Captain.
Otto? Yeah, no, I'd agree. He's pretty far up there. Got rid of the convicts that taken over my apartment building so I can finally go home to salvage things. What's going on at the raft? We see some pretty bright flashes from here. Get real, New York City. Spider-Man's just another tool of corporate oppression. But Spider-Man helped take down Fisk, one of the ultimate corporate leaders. Lol. He blocked me. Real life. In a bit. I will fast travel in a bit, Hestus. Yep. Octavius is a villain! Because of the dark side. It is now the dark times. When's it said? The dark times!
Yuri, I ran across some Rikers inmates. They've built a fort. Way better than the ones I used to make out of sofa pillows.
I just had a patrol car call. They tried to step in, but there were too many. And we don't have the manpower for reinforcements.
Lucky for you, you've got Spider-Man power. Not bad, huh? I should have gone into advertising. Someone needs a nap.
I tried earlier to quit it and it wouldn't let me, but... Thank you, Inquisitor. The Dark Times. So when's the next Spider-Man game set during? The Dark Times. I'm not going to shake the webcam.
Who's there? We got Jason!
You're just not very observant.
Quiet. I'm not going. Spider-Man got him! Smoke him!
Damn it. I always mess with these stupid things. Oh my god, I'm over here, look! You should come over here where I am. Look, man, I'm totally unarmed and not even defending myself. No, over here. Over here! Go into it, then. There we go.
We can still win this!
No, you can't. Oh, man. Totally got me.
Here's a present!
Oh, no, don't get... Oh, man, he got me.
Reinforcements. Okay, sure. I don't need sleep.
I mean, it does seem to kind of be where this is going. The whole lack of sleep thing I mentioned earlier. I love how much ammo they have for those things.
Guys are freaking acrobat!
Yeah. It's kind of my shtick, dude. What?
More
He's
inmates. I'm starting to feel weird being the only one not wearing orange.
I mean, you can always change your outfit.
Spider-Man, I've spoken to people on the block who say the escapees tried to break into their buildings.
Fits with what I heard. They want to take one over.
They'll be a lot easier to deal with on the street, without hostages.
I'm working on it. Talk to you soon.
There we go. Oh, my laundry's done. Ah! Ah! Fine. I was holding off on this, but y'all just get to die, okay? That's just happening now. Mines are enjoyable, but only if you have to do it. It's kind of a mandatory thing, really.
Here comes the team! Get him back down here!
Fine.
Get clear! Grenade! How'd you like them apples?
Okay, you guys are really late. I'm afraid there'll be a no-show fee.
Four guys with rocket launchers right here. Over you go. Whoops.
The siege of Manhattan Fortress is over, milady.
Thanks. I'll send some buses to take those guys back to their cells. And please don't call me Milady ever again.
Tell you what. You kill these guys rather than imprison them, and I'll stop calling you milady. Sound cool? They attacked me with a rocket launcher, okay? I think this is officially the realm of self-defense. Lol, I find J. Jonah Jameson rants so entertaining. He always manages to find a way to blame everything on Spider-Man. It's actually very impressive. That's because it's always Spider-Man's fault. And that's what an actual JJJ supporter sounds like. Gee, there's a lot of these. Alright. Fast travel. Ha! Sorry. I shouldn't laugh. Nope, it's only Spider-Man's fault. What is this?
Don't worry, I'll make sure y'all get a ride back to Rikers.
Spider-Man! Take him down!
God damn, you guys and your rocket launchers. It's just a thing. I don't think I've ever seen this many rocket launchers.
I've been trying to reach you all day. Are you okay? The prison break turned the city upside down overnight.
I'm fine, May. Staying safe. I'm more worried about you.
Oh no, don't you do that. Feast is the safest place in the city right now. Our sister locations uptown, not so much. But we're safe and secure down here.
Let's hope it stays that way. I'll stop by when I can, May. Love you.
You too, Peter.
So we got a new criminal thing to do. Anyways, but yeah, I mean, I have actually seen war zones.
Reports of a tour bus taken hostage by escaped prisoners. Additional officers requested near Flatiron.
With less actual rocket launchers than we have in New York City right now. mean, I was making fun earlier about the why do you have rocket launchers in a prison thing, but this is insane. Hi, guys. What's up?
Does this bus go by Avengers Tower?
Yes. And they will do nothing because they're not even here or something. I don't know. They're on the West Coast. Where did you get those from? What? You didn't even do anything to him? Come on. And then Taskmaster's gonna be like, hey, what's up, Spider-Man? Yeah, that's the other thing. Rocket launchers aren't all that great unless you're trying to jump really high. And you have a loose understanding of physics.
Hostages on public transit. Nothing about that was good.
Not in real life, Rakuten. Unless you count footage. Oh my god, the SWAT was there. I'm actually in shock. Hi!
Did I startle you? Yeah. We need to have a talk about boundaries.
Engaging target.
Why is Sable coming after me other than the usual stupidity? Or is it just the usual stupidity, in which case, never mind. I don't know what to do about this thing. So we'll do this.
There. Hope that'll slow Sable down some.
Sable crimes.
This is Sable Control. What's our situation in Nomad?
Yuri, a group of escaped inmates looks like they've gotten their hands on some serious firepower.
Last thing we need right now is a massive shootout on a residential street. Is this something you can handle quietly?
Quietly might be pushing it, but I can do it without a massive shootout. There might be a bunch of webs around, though.
I'll take it. Good luck.
Yeah, question, Yuri. Why are you the only cop with a brain who's still alive? I probably could Dream Whisper, but why would I do that? That would be insane.
Let's play the quiet game.
Up. Deadpool just shows up. Hey, what's going on? Listen. Heard you were doing a new continuity. Wanted to establish myself in it really quick.
Oh, I should have called first.
And just listen, hey, anytime you want to do a crossover thing, I'm with you. I hear those Avengers jerks are all stuck on the West Coast, sitting, I don't know, rescuing someone's cat out of a tree, I think. I'm not actually sure what they're up to, but they're very, very busy. But I'm not, so if you want to do a thing, I'm just saying it could be cool. It could be so cool. Okay, just keep me in mind. Thanks, Spidey. Bye. And then he leaves the game. Like that's the end of Deadpool's cameo right there.
Jake, give me a report. Jake's not responding. Someone take a look. What's that?
No talking during the infiltration.
Take him out.
Yeah, Punisher would be like, oh, thank God. This is what I live for. Except he doesn't talk like that, obviously.
Look up the pace. He's winning.
Of course I am.
Gonna whack you. Not Jake.
Yeah, Punisher would have just gone to one of the prisoner transport things with a bunch of guns. And just kind of said, all right, Mr. Police Officer, lower your head, please. Yeah, this is the definition of a target-rich environment for Punisher. God damn it.
I'll kill you! Reinforcements. Look, guys, this is not gonna help at your parole hearing.
No kidding.
Pansies are letting him win!
Spider-Man, I'm getting reports of shots fired.
I can confirm that. They're not hitting anyone, though.
Try to keep it that way.
Since I'm the only one they're aiming at, I am totally on board with that.
Damn it.
Is it sad that a bunch of criminals have more loyal friends than me?
Yes. Crap.
Get any more of us! Not going back inside! Come on!
Just once, I'd love for the people rushing into the fight to be on my side. Heck, I'd even settle for neutral.
Where would the fun be in that?
Did that hurt?
No. Fine, we'll do this. Enjoy. What's with all the muscle-bound guys in New York City, honestly?
I got him!
I feel like I've answered that question like 8 times already,
All their
Blue Wolf
guns
Alex.
are webbed up and waiting.
Thanks. No way we could have taken them without collateral damage. I hope the locals appreciate you.
Yeah, right. Locals appreciate me. We now have the Last Stand suit. I don't know what that one is. It's not quite Punk Spidey, but yeah, it's getting there. Thank you, Mugen. Appreciate it. I don't know, guys. I mean, this is a really ugly suit. Like, I'm only wearing this for, like, one mission at best, because that's actually just gross. Yeah. You guys want me to do it? I mean, who needs him maxed out? I'm with him. Deadpool walks up. Hey guys, how are things going? And then they attack him. Yes, laundry is still a thing. I need to go pick it up before I can't. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be gross. We're gonna do this. Enjoy. I'll be back in a minute.
All units 1043. Officers are under fire. Converge on Grand Central. Over.
Ground teams, this is Control. Need a status update from Turtle Bay.
Armored patrol is headed out. We'll report any sign of Spider-Man.
Now, reports are coming in that Martin Lee, along with exhibiting freakish abilities like those of you-know-who, has lately seemed to display almost a split personality. This is hogwash, and a clear attempt to evade justice for his crimes. Only a fool would believe that he's Mr. Positive one moment, helping the poor with a smile, then suddenly he's Mr. Negative, blowing up, wait a minute, Mr. Negative. That's gold, Jared. Gold, trademark it, stat. As I was saying, folks, Martin Lee's evil side, or as everyone is now calling him, Mr. Negative, has been revealed as the culprit for the City Hall bombing.
Be advised, fugitives are opening fire from stolen vehicles. Officers in Murray Hill, stand by for further instruction.
You had one job, Sable. Come on. Apparently, the real Vulture was amongst the raft escapees. I suddenly feel uneasy about my Halloween choices. Never practiced the demons around my apartment rooftop with rocket launchers drill in school. Well, was that Spider-Man? Didn't know he was a robot. I'm pretty sure he's not a fat, balding guy, though. I saw it, too. Whatever it was fast. Da-da-da-da. So glad Spidey's protecting us from the Sable fools. One less observation post. Boom. Spidey just stopped a hostage situation. Wonder how many times he's put these convicts away. Oh, whoops. Wrong one.
Now, reports are coming in that Martin Lee, along with exhibiting freakish abilities like those of you-know-who, has lately seemed to display almost a split personality. This is hogwash, and a clear attempt to evade justice for his crimes. Only a fool would believe that he's Mr. Positive one moment, helping the poor with a smile, then suddenly he's Mr. Negative, blowing up, wait a minute, Mr. Negative. That's gold, Jared. Gold, trademark it, stat. As I was saying, folks, Martin Lee's evil side, or as everyone is now calling him, Mr. Negative, has been revealed as the culprit for the City Hall bombing.
I just seized a sports car. You? Diamond Watch. Any of these clock punchers ever wants to get out of their cells, they'll sign them over to us permanent. Will that hold up? Long enough for us to get out of the country. Sounds like you've done this before. Keep your mouth on it, and maybe you'll get to do it again.
Nice people.
Take a break. You earned it.
Heard something. Control.
You're getting very sleepy.
We got a man down.
tough armor. Need to hit him harder somehow.
Wow, this sucks. I should start using something other than healing. Oh yeah, by the way, that's why I don't use it for finishers. I use it for healing. Because healing is just more useful to me than finishing off one enemy. Especially since the hard enemies take 2 healing bars to do. Or focus bars, rather. Again, we're on easiest difficulty. These guys have a lot of health.
What's it take to beat this guy? Control,
I have... Ugh. I'm suddenly fighting the XCOM mooks. My own mooks, obviously. Well, we all know I'm terrible at video games, since you guys constantly tell me how terrible I am at video games.
I'm going in.
That's all of them. Let's find out what they were up to. Yuri, this sounds nuts, but I think this group of Sable agents is locking people up and straight up robbing them.
You mean asset seizure? That's for drug dealers, mobsters.
Yeah, well, they're applying it to anyone with nice cars or jewelry.
Which just makes them criminals. Treat them like it.
Ugh, really? I was...
When you were little, did you say, I'm gonna grow up and be a fascist oppressor? Yeah, you probably did.
I mean, I did when I was young. What the hell are those guys?
Watch my back.
But yeah, no, I mean, healing is just too much more useful for the way my mind works than killing one guy, you know? No offense to anyone else who does that, but I just don't think that way. Besides, the people I'm actively fighting are usually not the ones who are, you know, hurting me. And I can't really aim it either. That's the other big problem.
Oh, hey, reinforcement guys! I just talked to your boss. She said you can take the rest of the day off. I swear!
The amount of health these guys have is unreal.
Get him. What the hell just happened? Clear. Take him down.
I do like how they're shooting to kill at this point. I mean, I know, we're clearly the cause of all the problems and blah, 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 but... You know, I kind of wonder, with all this gear, what these people can do against the actual supervillains, who they're completely ignoring and in favor of robbing people. I know. They're not actually here to help, they're just a PMC. Because all PMCs are evil, I get it. This guy I might waste a thing on, but he's already dead, so never mind. By the 30 bear, you're under arrest! Timing of that was perfect. Wait, effort? You know I don't tolerate the F word on my show, Bregwin. Wave 87!
Good news? There is no good news.
These are gonna take so long. I'm gonna try to blow it on this guy.
Spider-Man, that Sable unit's gone rogue before. Sable International's got their hands too full to do anything about it, but they don't care if we do.
I was gonna take him down anyway, but this makes it more fun. Thanks.
So, anybody got any good topics? Because this is just gonna take a really long time. We're not even on the last phase yet. The last wave, rather. I don't think stealth is gonna help, to be completely blunt, because of the wave system.
Here, you let me blare the siren on the way to lockup.
I am kind of focusing on the fight, Asmus, but you know. There's a Captain Marvel trailer tomorrow? I didn't know that. I saw the release, if you could call it that, of the photos. Scroll. God, he's still not dead. No, 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 God damn it. Okay, game. There you go. Wow, Good Morning America still exists? Who knew?
You guys just won't stop! Tell Silver Sable I said I'm not interested! And this is really getting stalkerish!
I mean, considering those two have dated, I don't know. At this point in your career, Parker, I don't think you're that much of a keeper. Sorry. I'm literally a superhero. Why are you asking stupid questions? Oh my god, this is exhausting! I barely have time to think. I won't actually do anything other than just keep beating them up. Meanwhile, there's someone in chat going, "Why aren't you using fire damage? God!" Didn't actually need to do that. I am never playing this game on hard. I just want you guys to know that. Because I would have to do this stuff on hard. And that is not happening. I honestly don't think I have the concentration for actually aiming and using gadgets right now. To be completely blunt.
Well, that was educational.
$11 million, Shadow Machine. Thank you, Rakuten. Very, very true. I am a waste of life. Release the prisoners somehow. There we go.
Thank you, Spider-Man. Thank you!
Captain, all the people in the cells are out, and they've got their property back.
Good. And Sable International swears they're going to prosecute that squad. I'll believe it when I see it.
How about the other squads? Funnily enough, Dakota, I was actually wondering the same thing, since my counterattack does web the flying guys, but only hits them in the face. So yeah, that suit power is not super useful. Tomorrow, Jemmy. I have no idea. I mean, I suppose it depends on how you define it. So let's see, how many of these nightmares are left? 3 sables, 1 prisoner. Okay, let's do the easy one last. Does that sound like a good idea? That's usually my approach. Please stop shooting me. Asking nicely works, right?
Fugitives are raiding an emergency supply station. Proceed to Sycamore. Over.
There are sick people counting on that food to survive.
You want the food, Webb? Try and take it!
It's my food, boy. God damn it. Target the guy I want you to target. Jesus, game. At least these guys don't have a million health. I mean, you would think prisoners would be easier than PMCs.
The city needs those supplies. Glad I was here to help.
I'm ready for it, Sonoshi. Yeah, who steals food, honestly? Except for everyone who's ever been a roommate ever.
Strong-arming civilians is not gonna fly in my town.
Oh, Jesus, that was a lot of shots. Oh, I see the problem.
Chat about your definition of security.
Let me grab the thing. There we go. Other one. No, the other one, Spidey. Not. Come on! I'm gonna die here trying to target this thing. There we go. Okay.
Sable's getting out of control. Is rounding up civilians her idea? Or Norman's?
At the end, obviously, Sonoshi. What item level do you need to be? Oh, speed, someone...
Escaped prisoners are opening fire on civilians from vehicles. Officers needed at Gracie Mansion. Please copy.
Someone earlier asked when Elon Musk will take over the world. He's been doing a good job for me. But I've given him very strict orders not to try and take over the world just yet. Got a few other things to deal with first.
This looks like a job for Spider Traffic Cop.
What?
Hey, your tags are expired.
Hey, bionic implants are gonna be a thing soon. Oh, there they are.
And that's why I never bothered to get my license. Well, that and the web swinging.
Agents, this is Control. What's the situation near Carnegie Hall? 10-4, this is ATCR. We are commencing our patrol route. Spider-Man sighted. Please advise. Fire! Heavy fire! Listen! He's here!
Hey! Does this turn into a robot?
That would be kind of cool.
Switch to small arms.
Hey guys, what's up? How are you? So, how are things? I noticed these guys have a lot less health than the armored guys in the bases. I mean, I'm actually kind of grateful for that, if I'm honest. If all of the Sable guys had the same health as the guys in the bases, that would be horrible. Alright, wave 2. I'm ready. It took a lot of effort, his deviants. Like, if you're gonna have someone who's subservient to you, you need to make sure they have just the right amount of ambition.
Attention units, escaped prisoners are causing a violent disturbance. Incident is active near Carnegie Hall.
Game, really? The gameplay's terrible, as you can tell.
You guys must really miss the raft, huh? Because me, I'd be in Vegas by now.
I mean, that's a valid point. What are you people doing here? I mean, I guess they don't go to Rikers for having good decision-making skills? I don't know.
Cheesy road movie or my life? Huh, why not both? Never understood people whose idea of fun is setting buildings on fire.
That's another thing. Like, I like destroying as much as the next guy, but really? Man, I can't wait to go burn some buildings for fun. Hey, what's going on? Funnily enough, the island is blockaded, but not because of the prisoners, because of the disease. There we go. It's actually funny, that turret is kind of more useful for me than them, because that hurts like hell when I hit them with it. The gameplay negatives, because there's two potential, well, there's one potential, sorry. I don't even remember, what is the gameplay negative? I don't actually remember right now. Someone help me out. I don't have my document in front of me.
Crazy violent joyride officially stopped. Score.
God damn, I'm just trying to get to this location. I'm running into crime after crime after crime. Ah, yes, the camera problem, which is... I feel like I'm starting to get a little used to it.
Officers are under fire from snipers.
But it's definitely still a huge issue. Hey, Jameson.
People, the chickens
Trust me,
come home
it's less
to
painful
roost.
this way.
Of course, by chickens, I mean the loot.
God damn it. What? Hey. Huh? Okay. Oh, they're up there.
Get him down here!
How's it going?
Feeling lucky?
A little bit. Hey, how do you feel about broken legs? Just wondering. No reason. Asking for a friend. Can't see the guy. There we go. Still can't really see the guy. Hang on a second. I need to knock you off the roof. There we go. Oh, it didn't count. Oh, it counted. Woo! Who's left? Sure, hazardous. Even though we've already gotten a couple. Okay, so, escaped cons are targeted police. Stay safe out there, boys. Spider-Man, good on you for stopping those convicts, but why fight Sable too? Well, I had a nice talk with Spider-Man on the subway. We talked about aliens and stuff. He already saw that one. Thought convicts were going to break into my car until Spider-Man showed up. That was terrifying. Blah, 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 blah. You know, if Spider-Man left New York, I bet these convicts would too. JJJ is right. He attracts him. Every now and again, I wish Spider-Man had save state abilities and could just be like, all right, hang on. Save state. And then Spider-Man just leaves town. Like, okay, you win. Bye. And then just waits. Watching the news. Like, yep. It's going out pretty well for them. Looks like. Turning out very well for them. Oh, yep. The entire southeast side is on fire. The entire northeast side is dead. Statue of Liberty is in 15 pieces. Way to go. And then, you know, reload state, because obviously Spidey would never actually do that. I was going to do something. Right.
Gonna be honest, not loving the whole convicts with heavy weapons thing.
Yeah, me neither. That's what I was actually doing. No, the Avengers never show up.
It's happened, people. The chickens have come home to roost. Of course, by chickens, I mean the lunatics who've escaped from Rikers Island. And the home they're coming to is yours. Thanks to Spider-Man attracting these psychos to our city like moths to a flame. We had them all stashed right off the coast of Manhattan, if only someone had pointed out what a bad idea that is. Wait! I did. So listen to me now. Lock your doors. Arm yourselves with whatever you can get your hands on. It is now every man, woman, and child for themselves. And with reports that the Devil's Breath WMD has again been stolen, I have a very bad feeling it's only going to get worse from here.
I mean, escalation is a real thing that has a real point to be had, but the very idea that Spider-Man is like the cause of all this, it really is laughable. Even the idea that superheroes in general are the cause of all this is kind of...
Those Sable guys are way too rough. Sorry, forgot my ID. How about I prove who I am by kicking your butts?
Jesus, those flying guys. Is there another one? Nope. Just me. Are you gonna do what I tell you to? You're about to die here. Oh, come on! Stop that.
Sable really gives a guy a run for his money.
I'm sorry, I saw it, Hestus. I saw it earlier. Alright, who's ready for hell? Guess I'm not. Okay. Fine. Not that any of these are worth a damn, but okay. That, that's nice. That, there.
Yuri, I have eyes on a Sable base. They've got prisoners. But I don't know what they're charged with. And I don't want to let dangerous people back on the streets.
The real criminals they turn over to us. The people they hold on site haven't done anything they can make a case over.
I can think of at least 2 amendments that violates. Okay, looks like I'm staging a jailbreak.
How long before we have to let these losers go?
They're so cute when they're incapacitated.
Overlord, we've got a man down. Might have something contract. Great.
Don't mind me.
I don't know if you heard that earlier, but the guy was like, how long before we have to let these losers go? And the other guy said, we can something with them as long as we like. Didn't catch the extra word. It's the latest Final Fantasy game. It's all the rage.
Why'd you set this one out?
It's called Lightning's Athletic Adventure.
downtime.
I can't believe I haven't been detected yet. I really can't. I'm not even trying to stealth anymore.
I'm on it.
Still haven't been detected. Somehow. No, they really aren't. We know you're here. Do you? Are you sure you know I'm here?
But I do have notes.
So you remember what I mentioned earlier about how awesome it would be if I stayed in stealth when I wiped out the first wave? This is kind of why. Because you notice I immediately got pushed out of stealth as soon as the second wave spawned. That's kind of what I was talking about. That would be really useful when taking out these Sable places, because, you know, 7,000 HP mobs.
We need more agents. Incoming. About that one.
Some might consider the Spider-Man of the Force to be unnatural.
I'm on him. Clear.
Oh no, I mean, it's a good idea, Max Time. You'll notice I did do that. I was fully stealthed until Wave 2 spawned.
More of them. You know, this would be way more fun if you guys made pew-pew noises.
I'm with Spidey on that. Can we get to a hashtag pew-pew here? Stop resisting. Wow, dude. I love that kind of plonk sound. It feels like I'm not doing any damage at all, which is appropriate, considering how long these guys take to kill. I mean, defeat. I'm not killing any of them by beating them up over and over and over. They're not going to have bruises that will literally never heal. Honestly, I'm kind of saving my big cooldowns for, you know, the really mean stuff. But, no. I have not tried Electro Punching. I wonder, though. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. See if this works at all.
You guys are persistent. What kind of pay you get? Asking for a friend.
Looks like it does actually work on them. What do you know?
Spider-Man, I did some research. All the people they're holding dead is protest Sable's heavy-handed tactics.
Gotcha. I'm lodging a protest myself right now. I'll let you know how it goes.
Get behind you.
Yeah, I'm actually really happy there's no big guys with Sable. That would be awful. I don't think I can deal with that. These already take way too damn long. Oh god, don't say that, Mugen.
Hey, you do this for money, right? Well, how much to lay off? And don't say more than 20.
I can't believe that worked. I just got the flying guy with a trip mine. I was just thinking, how do I, like, aim a trip mine at him? And I did it. I'm still not even sure how I did that, but I'm happy it worked. $21. You jackass! Damn it. Good to know that they don't work on something. They don't work on big guys, too, I've noticed. Yeah, I don't know how, but I believe you, Hasta, since I just did it earlier.
Great! Reinforcements! You guys ever feel like your helmets make this impersonal? I mean, hot kettle, I know!
He's new on the job. Can't beat us all! Oh my god, these take so long! Once upon a time, there was this guy. His name was Bob, right? And he was like, you know what? I don't like life. So he decided to end the universe. Now, that didn't actually work out well for him. But then Bob realized he needed a new name if he was going to do this. So he started calling himself Thanos. And that worked out a lot better for him. It's like, yeah, it's got this whole death vibe. What's his name? Thanos. What's his real name? Bob. And everyone who ever called him Bob, you know, he just killed him. They didn't do that.
Seriously? How else did you think that would end?
One more hard one. You're welcome. PMCs are evil, apparently.
Captain, the area's secure and the cells are all empty.
Officially, I can't condone that. Unofficially, thanks.
Alright, one more. Never mind, there's two more. God damn it, there's two more! I'll never be done. I mean, you ever notice that PMCs are like the current boogeymen of video games? Have been for like a decade. But yeah, no, with the amount of damage those things do, there's no way I'm using those for finishers on anything except for flyers.
Prisoners have taken a transit bus hostage. Backup needed in Bloomingdale.
I make the demand.
Okay, here's the demand.
Must go by the Statue of Liberty?
Yes.
One set of footprints. That's where I wake you up.
I like how they're unaffected by the fire, by the way. It's just nice. I thought Whiplash was an Iron Man villain. I feel cheated here. Honestly, those are probably the most repetitive missions in the game. Well, the base ones. It's a bit of a shame, because a lot of the other missions are very inventive and interesting and varied and fun.
City's turning into a playground for crazy people. Even more than it usually is, I mean.
Awesome, by the way.
You're welcome, dude.
Move along, folks. Nothing to see here.
Keep it to it, SWAT team.
The neighborhood just got a little less friendly. Maybe I can dismantle this outpost before they have a chance to call for backup. Are those spotlights to attract my attention? Maybe make it less ambiguous. Oh, spider logo. Nah, we get sued.
Any chance I could...
Hit him before he throws.
There we go. Yeah, no kidding, Shadow Machine.
Wonder if building owners are charging Sable rent for these rooftop posts.
I mean, I would. In case you missed the thing I was laughing at, he said, "Oh, I've got an idea. Rather than the big spotlight thing, why don't we use, like a spider logo?" Oh, no, we'd be sued. Nope, 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 nope.
Yuri, looks like some people were protesting this Sable base, and the agents responded by locking them up.
Great way to win hearts and minds. Can you get them out?
Works for me.
It'll take some persuasion, but I'm a pretty persuasive guy.
That was interesting. So I don't know if you caught that, but one of them said, "Do you think they could persecute us for civil rights violation?" One of them said, "We've got Smyrekian or something like that residency. What are they going to do? Deport us?" See, the Scourge are always useful. That's the thing people don't understand.
Sleep it off.
God, there's a lot of guys at these. What do you want to bet this is the hardest outpost? There are a lot of guys here.
Stand by, control.
Of course you can, Shadow Machine. We have a lot of use for the living. Oh god, I haven't... Central Park's the one I haven't done yet, isn't it? Oh, no, I did do the Central Park one. It's the one up here is the one I've got left.
What was that?
Guess we'll find out. There's only 7 million guys in Wave 1 here. Here's an interesting question. Why isn't Stryker using these people? This seems like his bag. So to speak. Huh? Did I hear something?
What was that?
Sweet dreams.
What was that?
I mean, who doesn't know Lethal Weapon 2, Sean? Come on. In fact, I'm sure most people who haven't even seen Lethal Weapon 2 know that reference. So, still completely undetected. Still undetected.
Ready night.
That camera. And instantly they see me. Start going for me. I'm going to add that to an aggregate negative. That's actually kind of aggravating.
Shoot him out of the air!
It's like the offer you can't refuse. Most people probably don't even know what the offer you couldn't refuse is. Like, just that it's from Godfather.
More of you! That's it! I'm leaving a bad review!
You were getting 1 star on Yelp, sir. Oh, looks like they're water soluble. Hello?
Snoring now.
Oh wow, I'm back in stealth. How the hell did that happen? You know, I don't even remember what it was for, if I'm being completely honest. But, the offer was either your ink is going to touch this check. Someone was being told to pay out for or to buy something, basically, or to sell. Excuse me, to sell. Like, you're going to accept this deal. The end. So either your ink is going to touch this check, or your brains are. And it's funny because in hindsight, it's such a mild threat compared to all the horrible things we've seen people threatened with in fiction since then. But the whole point was that it was a brutal and horrible way to make someone do something. Literally put a gun to the head and said, look, you're doing this, or you're dying.
I'm calling customer service.
This is the time for it.
Group of hostile Sable agents.
Spider-Man, I just heard Sable's issuing an internal bounty on you. Huge bonus for any agent that brings you down.
Nothing like a little healthy competition to maintain a positive work environment.
That's actually kind of messed up. What kind of PMC? I mean, I know, an evil one, but Jesus Christ, people. There's evil, and then there's stupid evil. Hi, Kid Viper.
Look, if you guys are gonna keep showing up like this, it's just polite to call first.
Watch my back.
Well, Spider-Bro definitely helped, but it helped that I actually got a spawn spot for that, too. God damn it. It's actually a miss. Whatever. Someone go stab Blue Wolf for me, just really quick, please. Just in the face. Something like that.
Oh, hi, Sable guys. Everything's cool here. The trouble's next door. Hey, it was worth a try.
Don't let up. We got a man down.
See, the problem is, I can actually explain myself legitimately. So if I was able to play perfectly, yeah, of course I'd use finishers. I'd use finishers all the time. I am not capable of playing perfectly. But the other real problem here is that they do a lot of damage when they actually do connect. I'm sure you guys have seen that. Anytime anything hits me, it usually takes out a third to a half of my health within one volley, right? In other words, I could be doing perfectly fine, and if I decide to blow all my focus on offensive moves, and then someone gets in a hit, either because I'm awful... Jesus Christ. How about this guy? Either because I'm awful or make a mistake or whatever, then I'm screwed. Because I will have burnt all my focus on, you know... finisher moves. So you can tell I'm concentrating because of how difficult it is to talk while I'm doing this. I have, in fact, Kid Viper. Why do you ask? It's basically the same as a PS3 controller, but not quite as good. So. Who the hell's shooting me? Oh, there he is, I think. Let me target him. Well, part of the problem, Blue Wolf, and I don't know if you've caught this, but finishers don't always take 1 bar. It depends on the type of enemy. Any serious enemy takes 2 bars to finisher. So if I had 3 bars, I could think about it, but I still probably wouldn't if I'm being honest. One more.
And see.
Yeah, it's starting to hurt my arm. Heart attack on camera.
Got the people out of the cells. They don't seem inclined to continue their protest.
I hate that Sable's violating constitutional rights, but right now, I'll settle for keeping innocent people out of lockup. Thanks.
Well. Oh. It's worse than the PS3 in exactly one way. The start and select buttons are in really weird location and aren't easy to use at a moment's notice, and I don't like that. It's a really minor thing, but in my opinion, that does make them worse than the PS3 controller. Other than that, it's a good controller. I like it. It's cool. Nice shot. Somehow. PS4 controller. I actually have a spare PS4 controller. Just in case, basically. That's,
I'm touched by your devotion to your friends. I'll see to it you end up
that I'm probably going to switch to whenever my PS3 controller eventually does die, because you can't get new PS3 controllers really anymore. Damn it. Okay.
I can't breathe!
I got you, dude. Here. Let's go. That's another thing. We have 1 billion rocket launchers in New York City and 1 billion sniper rifles, apparently.
Now that I've saved your bacon, I'm thinking of some awesome bacon jokes. But I'll refrain.
You're right. Sure, let's see what this one looks like. Yeah, no. So, last Sable mission.
You in timeout. Captain, these Sable guys look like they forced all the residents out of a building so they could occupy it themselves. And locked up the ones who objected.
Okay, that I can get something done about, but I need victims to come forward.
I'll get the people out and have them file reports with the police.
Can't sleep a damn worth a damn of these cots we were issued. Everyone's a constitutional lawyer. Sleep, here we go. No rations for any of them. They don't get rations. Screw them, they're civilians. And they're people who are not me and therefore do not matter. Because they're not me. That is how that thinking goes, usually. Ah, it's the truck. Okay.
Control.
Surprise!
Hello? Hello? There we go.
Might have some.
Can I do this quietly? Nope. It's not even letting me do anything with it. Well, I wanted so badly Rakuten that I actually sacrificed your soul the other day to get it. The PS4 is a good controller. I do agree. I wouldn't put it as my favorite, but it's definitely up there. I mean, you guys know what my favorite controller is, but if we're to exclude the Joy-Cons...
Someone needs a nap.
Might have some.
So, not in any particular order, I'm just thinking of my various favorite controllers.
Agent to check on him.
The GameCube controller. But no, the GameCube controller, PS4 controller, PS4 controller. Yeah, I think I'm good with those three. Those three are probably my favorites that aren't the Switch.
You're just not very observant.
I'm still in stealth. That's hilarious. It's okay, I can deal with the Zandalari. I've beaten them many times before.
Oh, sorry, did I startle you?
Many, many times before.
Watch my back.
Now, do you mind telling me why you don't like it? I have a few theories, but I'm honestly curious. Why you don't like the Joy-Con, I mean. Like, I've heard people who don't care for it. And they usually tell me the same stuff, so I'm curious. Now, guys, don't make fun. There's nothing wrong with different preferences. Yeah, the size is the thing I almost always hear when it comes to people not liking the Joy-Cons. That would be cool, too. Pax's idea was...
Now it's a party!
Pax's idea was make them come out, but have them be in, like, alert mode, looking for me, rather than automatically knowing where I am, you know? I kind of like that idea. Ow. God damn it, Sean. Oh, I loved going full stealth in Arkham. That was so much fun. It's even more awesome because the enemy would get more and more and more panicked the more of them you take out. It, like, made it extra rewarding to fully stealth an area. You sure Sure about that? Say that.
More? You guys realize there are actual criminals out there, right?
There are?
Spider-Man, I confirmed your suspicions. People displaced from the residences are staying in shelters or on the street.
I know what it's like not to have anywhere to stay. It's a good thing these Sable agents have body armor, because I just might lose my temper.
Wow. So the people they're going after are people protesting Sable, people who have stuff they can steal, or people who are homeless.
Bring him down!
Nice folk. Well, yeah, I don't know many people who actively like the N64 controller. Like, the best I could ever say about the N64 controller is you can get used to it after a while. And it's true, I mean, after a while you just kind of get used to it. Like, okay, whatever. Can't call it good, though. You mind if I put on my favorite suit? Since it's nighttime, and it helps me to concentrate a little bit. It's so easy to see where I am in this suit. There we go.
Keep him out of the air!
To this day, I don't actually know what they were legitimately thinking.
I'm being attacked by Sable agents! Oh, wait a minute!
Okay, that's a good one, Spidey. You got me with that one. So I noticed something I never realized before, and you've probably been seeing me do it on the Sable guys a lot. I always assumed that at a certain point in time it was basically just too late to throw a grenade. But the moment you start webbing it, the grenade timer pauses. So as long as you catch it before... Oh, God damn it. Before it goes off, you can still throw it. So I've been trying to get a little bit better about that. Kind of like this. Okay. Yeah, the fact that you become immune to it once you throw it is also kind of video gamey, and it is another thing I didn't assume. But yeah, as I demonstrated very clearly earlier, I threw a grenade like 5 inches from me, and it didn't do anything to me.
More backup? You know, for private security, you guys aren't very private.
Oh, I missed one. I was trying to take the rest of them out with the finishers just for Blue Wolf. Oh well. I tried. I'll tell you what pisses me off most. Analog sticks that it's really easy for your thumb to slip off of. The 3DS has that problem. The PSP had that problem. I feel like there's another one somewhere that had that problem. One thing I do like about the PS4 things, they've got this little inlet thing that makes it really easy for your thumb to sit on there.
Ah, took longer than it should have.
Okay. I try, Blue Wolf. I fail, but I try.
Thank you.
Oh, Razan, easily Rakaton.
Captain, the people that were locked up are headed back to their homes.
Good. And I finally convinced the mayor's office that making constituents homeless was not good for his poll numbers, so they won't be pulling that stunt again.
Woo!
Spider-Man, good news. The mayor finally cracked the whip on Sable International. No more locking up New Yorkers without due process of law.
Guess they figured out it was a PR disaster. For once, we got a clean win.
Well, not quite. I hear rank-and-file Sable agents blame you for stopping the gravy train. They'll be gunning for you even harder now, and no one's going to stop them.
By now, I think it'd freak me out more if nobody was gunning for me. Let him come. I'll be ready.
Sorry, I'm There it is. I mean, I enjoy getting shot at, really.
Be advised. Escaped prisoners
It's
are inciting a
spice to
riot.
life.
Incident occurred in Robinson. Over.
Hi.
Let's play the quiet game. Oh man, I forgot the s'mores! He's coming back! Don't lose him!
Ow.
Get any more of us! Beat this! Guy's a freaking acrobat! Fire in the hole!
I mean, Daredevil is kind of my obvious pick there. So, Daredevil. I would also wouldn't mind seeing Black Cat, but someone with a little bit more of a support stint would be nice too. All right, last base, I think total.
I know, I should have called first. Yuri, this whole street's been taken over by Riker's inmates.
We've had calls from people who are afraid to leave their buildings.
Tell them to stay inside a little longer. There's gonna be some street cleaning.
Billy putting a clean out a pawn shop.
Around here work.
You're getting away with that! How you like this?
Okay. I'll take that. It's not what I was going for, but I'll take it. Yeah, whatever works. Yeah, see, I like Bonsambi as a character, but I would never make a deal with him. That's just insane.
Something's off. Call back.
Call for backup.
Spider-Man!
There's no reason to call backup. Oh, did that kill my combo? Damn it, I think it did.
Typical New York. A vacancy opens up and everyone's rushing to take it.
Yeah, it definitely
Around him! No mercy!
did. Oh, no mercy? I could do that.
How you like that, Spider?
Love it. Yeah, unfortunately, it's probably Unzoth. It is probably the most typical, obvious answer. Whatever. Or worse, it's Ashara.
More of them? Guys, this isn't necessary. I'm already scared straight.
Spider-Man, I've spoken to people on the block who say the escapees tried to break into their buildings.
Fits with what I heard. They want to take one over.
They'll be a lot easier to deal with on the street, without hostages.
I'm working on it. Talk to you soon.
Big guy. I'm out. I'm out.
I'm gonna blow you to pieces! Don't let him get in your head!
Good question, Shadow Machine. Really, I don't know.
Oh, backup's here. Great. Okay, you guys sing doo-wah, and I'll sing lead.
Do-ah, do-ah.
Here comes the pain!
It's a
Ace! He's winning!
How much are they, Shuri? I don't know if I'm playing through them yet. That's more up to you guys than me, as ever. And I have a trillion things to stream already.
Out of your league!
I'm out of my league? Really? Really?
Hey, great to see you guys! We don't have backup or reinforcements here. Just people, you dig?
Well, Shadow Machine basically started the trend of DLC being totally cool to play through as a premiere run, so we've even got a method for doing it thanks to that, so yeah, absolutely. One of him, and we got rocket launchers. Clearly, we got this. Jeez, those fucking big guys.
No talking during the infiltration.
Oh, thank God. Help me, Spider Bro. You're my only friend. Mr. Stark doesn't really talk to me much anymore. Yeah, Strange's house is on the map.
Captain, the block's quiet. Everyone in an orange jumpsuit is down for the count.
Great job. If they'd gotten into a residential building, they'd have done a lot of damage.
But they didn't, and they're super dead.
Good news. A Rikers escapee we picked up says they've stopped establishing bases.
What brought that on?
You. They decided the bases make them too easy to find. They're not back on the run. Smaller groups.
Picking them off a few at a time takes longer, but it's safer. Especially for New York.
Exactly. Nice going.
Yeah, I actually, believe it or not, Blue Wolf Alex, I had the exact same mental process. I'm like, alright, I'm gonna go and try to use some finishers here, and then I saw 4 rocket launchers, and I'm like, maybe I'll wait a minute. Just a minute. So we still have some crimes to do, but yeah, we can do that off camera. Let's do another mission before we move forward, shall we? Wait, there's a crime right there!
The Sable agents are going too far. Guys, it's I love New York, not I thug New York.
Oh, it is? Oh god, I've had it wrong this whole time. Horrible, Mugen. What the hell?
I've got to find a way to get Sable out of New York permanently.
I like deals.
This is Sable Control, requesting status update from Museum Mile. A group of civilian agitators has been detained. Charges will be issued as needed.
Yeah, Sable is literally worse than Fisk, which is very sad.
Those Sable guards brutalize innocent people.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You know you're the bad guys here, right?
We gotta get him on the ground!
Trying to. No? Okay. I mean, it's actually funny.
I love the spirit of protest, but maybe wait till we're not in a state of emergency.
So great, I knew Jameson.
I mean, Fisk is a horrible human being, as I was talking about at the beginning of this game. But he was pretty much the definition of lawful evil. This... no. Oh, really? Rakuten. Awesome. Any idea where I could get some of that hard action? Because that just sounds awesome to me. Yeah, that's also true. Fisk has lines he doesn't cross, and Fisk has motives, as weird as that may sound. Like, Fisk is interested in wealth and power and prestige and all that fun stuff. And that pretty much means, like it or not, you have to care. You have to actually give a damn about the areas you're affecting or interacting with.
Attention agents, this is Control. Need an update on the situation in Madison.
I'm just gonna keep this thing going as long as I can.
Side of the target. Contact with Spiderman Control. Weapons free.
Hi!
Contact!
Hey, does this turn into a robot?
Weapon system down.
Yeah, I like that too, Justin. Help my people out. I'll tell you what you want to know. Okay. And so we did. The people even said thank you afterwards.
Yeah.
It's just wow.
More Sable agents.
Well, you know what might make me watch season 1 of Daredevil? If you guys make it happen for a Mini Nations series. Well, yeah, it's a possibility. Let's finish Clone Wars before we think about that. We probably need to do Rebels next, too. Mini Nations, not Ruminations. I want to make that very clear. We're not doing Ruminations on a show I've never watched before. No. Especially not for, like, years. God, you have too much health! Jeez, you're still going! I mean, it just seems like a logical step to go from the Clone Wars to Rebels, right? For Rebels, give me a second, I'll look it up right now. To summarize, I'm going to need to buy Rebels in order for it to be something I can view on a regular basis, you know? I don't understand that question, Tazar, so you're gonna have to help me out a little bit. But I do understand that Shadow Machine has put 5 towards Rebels. Okay, so I literally can't buy it on the phone. I hate it when it does that crap. Hang on a second. Give me a second, guys. We'll get back to Spider-Man in just a second. Avatar, $11 million. Or a few years. Okay, so $20, $20. How many seasons are there to Rebels? So disorganized. Here we go. Okay, this is what I want. So there's season 3, there's season 4, there's season 1, or season 2. Or season 2. a second. See you around next time. Season 2 only has 10 episodes? That doesn't make sense. Oh, they split it into 2 for some reason. That's weird. Well, in that case, it would cost you guys $100 for me to go through Rebels. Because that is exactly how much it will cost me to buy Rebels. So, 100, there's the goal. Let me jot down. Shadow Machine. Rebels. I'll just do it like this. Rebels, make a new category down here. There we go. Yeah, $95 more, and I will commit to Rebels. I was kind of already thinking about it anyways. Like I said, the biggest problem is dumping the money on buying it in a method that is going to work for me. Because remember, I've got to balance doing this with everything else, so the only real viable way to do this is to do this while exercising, which means I need it in a very specific format. In this case, at first I was thinking it wasn't even going to work, but fortunately this stuff is, it's on Amazon, so I can just buy it on Amazon and watch it on my phone. Daredevil? I don't know, is Daredevil on Netflix? Since Netflix is losing everything lately. I actually already have Netflix, that's how I'm doing Clone Wars, by the way. Daredevil. Looks like Daredevil is, in fact, on the thing. If there's only 13 episodes in Season 1, then yes, is the answer. I may make you keep paying my Netflix bill, though, to make that happen. I kind of only picked it up as a temporary thing for the Clone Wars. I mean, I'm down. Just letting you know.
Emergency supply station is getting raided by fugitives. Reported location is Murray Hill.
Fortunately, Netflix is cheap. It's only $10 a month, so that's a joke.
Apparently, Grand Larceny is one of the food groups now.
Yeah.
Ooh, can I get the cool kids table? Just one guy! Let me get up! Hold still!
I have no interest in a Dream Whisperer, so I don't know.
Stealing food from the needy. Talk about eroding your faith in humanity.
Good night, Akawas. But yeah, right now I have about enough time for one additional show in my life that I'm not on top of all the other stuff I'm already doing right now. And right now that's Clone Wars. So something like Witcher, which I'm not interested in to begin with, is not even on my radar.
Okay, Captain, got eyes on. Fill me in.
Rhino's assaulting the Upper West Precinct. Electro's at the Upper East. We need you to turn the tide. Head to either. They're both equally screwed.
All units. We have officers pinned down by snipers. Reported location.
Left or right? Left or right, guys?
Peter, are you available? We need help at Feast Sister's site uptown.
The Veterans Center in Harlem. What's wrong?
Men from Rikers are demanding food and supplies. The staff are barricaded inside, but they need help. Miles and I are headed there to evacuate the staff.
Don't do anything until I get there, May. I'll meet you in Harlem. May sounds exhausted. I really hope she isn't sick. I need to help Yuri, then get to Harlem.
These guys are stupid accurate for people who've been in Rikers for an X amount of time. Jesus, he got me while I was moving. Hey, Paladin. Yeah, so far I only have a couple complaints about this game. It's very good. So everyone says right. So right we shall go. There he is.
Gonna be honest.
Damn it.
Aw, escaped inmates, trash can fire. Sorry to interrupt your romantic evening.
Hey, these people probably very alone and desperate in prison. Sorry. I should not make fun. The negatives is for the lack of camera controls. Proper camera controls, I should say.
Escaped prisoners on motorcycles. Cheesy road movie or my life? Why not both?
Sell the licensing rights, Spidey. Actually have an apartment for once. Omnipotent, Rakuten. That's a very easy question. That's even ignoring the cheat answer of making myself omniscient with omnipotence. I'm assuming I can. I'd still rather take omnipotence. No, Volcanto.
Seeing a city like this, gotta find some way to get things under control.
As soon as I finish this mission, I'm gonna cut off for the night. It's already kind of late. Oh yeah, by the way, you'll notice there's no The Clone Wars stuff going live this week.
Escaped prisoners are stealing food supplies.
Jesus Christ.
Converge on Grand Central. Over.
That's gonna be true for the next couple of weeks, just so you know. FYI and all that.
Literally
Mostly because of the whole out-of-town stuff.
Hungry mouths. Even for felons, that's on the nose. Hey, you forgot this knuckle sandwich.
Yep, board game night is tonight. Oh, that was a question, Shadow Machine, sorry. Yes! Also, no to many nations on One Piece. I'm just gonna veto that right now. No. Yeah, omniscience without omnipotence would be horrible. I can't do anything about everything. Yeah, I have enough of that in real life. Thanks. I'm already quite powerless as is.
If you escaped cons were smarter, I'd be worried. Okay, I'm a little worried.
All units, armed fugitives are
Really?
in police transport. Please proceed to Cathedral.
Is it still a prison break? Don't worry, I'll make sure y'all get a ride back to Rikers.
Back, Spider-Man. Lay off
Omnipresence wouldn't be very useful without the ability to do anything about being everywhere. Also, omnipresence would basically just be omniscience.
Full set. It's kind of sweet how they tried to save their friends. I mean, not so sweet I will punch them, but...
Yeah, no kidding, Shadow Machine. I wonder why. Oh, goody, they're attacking near the Avengers Tower. I'm sure the Avengers have no interest in that whatsoever.
Yuri, I'm nearing the Upper East Precinct.
Good. Electro and the demons are boxing my men in. The setup is complicated. You'll understand when you get there.
Yuri Watanabe, master of suspense.
So this is Electro, apparently. No, Paladin. The camera controls. Or lack thereof.
This isn't good. Transformers are charging the building, trapping the police inside. Yuri, complicated was an understatement. I'm gonna have to disable these transformers to free your men.
Whoa!
You manage that. They'll still need your help with the demons.
That's why I'm here, ready to serve all your electricity and demon-related needs.
Oh, okay.
Four more of these suckers.
No, I'm not. Oh, thank goodness, I'm only fighting demons now, guys. Whew. Okay. Yeah, I don't have too many issues with FOV myself, but I do agree that it should be a thing for people who do.
Down 3 to go. Man, I did not miss dealing with Electro's elaborate supervillain antics while he was in the raft. Trapping the police with a network of energy transformers? Who does that?
Seriously.
How did they even get that thing attached? And it can't be easy to fly like that. Did they train specifically for this one obscure scenario? So many questions.
Damn it. Okay, no. Goddamn snipers. Oh! God damn it! It's actually kind of frustrating how accurate these snipers are, really. No, that's cool. I didn't want to go up or anything. Just wanted to stand and stare at them as they were shooting me. Kind of my goal, really, in life. I like staring at people as they shoot at me. Did he just... Okay. Bye. Yeah, no kidding, Blue Wolf. There's way too much damage going around on this one. Holy crap. Ah, there they are. Yeah, I was just like, hey, could you go over the ledge, please? Thank you. Appreciate it. You two. No? Well, okay, you don't have to go to the ledge. I was just thinking it'd be cool, you know. A neat sort of thing. What's left? The flying one. Right. Yeah. What is he doing? Did I take this? This is like the first one I went to. Second one.
Police are free, but demons aren't backing down. Need to lend a
Would
hand.
they? I like how the cops are basically useless on all of these, by the way. You ever notice that? Completely. When I say I like, by the way, I'm being sardonic. I do not like that the cops are basically useless on this one. Ow. Come on, cops. Jeff proved you guys can rock. No, Shadow Machine. I know you guys really like anime. I don't. It's just not happening. Don't make me actually add it to the forbidden list, because I will do that. Just to make it a no really. Not happening.
Yuri, your men are safe. What's next?
Get to the Upper West Side. We're trying to shelter civilians, but Rhino isn't making it easy.
He never does. On my way.
Notice we didn't even interact with Electro and all that, other than him being there at the beginning.
Left a voicemail.
Pete! Hey, Pete. Hey, May wanted me to call you. Things at the Veteran Center are not good. Convicts are trying to break down the doors. Mary Jane's here, but we're getting people out of the basement. We need more help. I hope you can get here soon.
I need to finish with the precincts fast and get to Harlem.
Well, tell you what, Nerazes, I promise... I shouldn't say that. I vow, that's not as strong as a promise, that I will never do any anime ruminations. How's that sound?
Snipers are firing on officers. Please proceed to Columbia.
How am I still stealthed?
Aw, you shouldn't have.
I'm sure there are Blue Wolf, but no. Like, as is, the many nations are pretty much pushing the limit of what I can accomplish in my daily existence. I'm willing to keep doing them, they're popular, but as of now, I basically have any additional time to do anything with. And I'm only really willing to do that with a show that I'm already invested in or interested in. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't. I don't know. I shouldn't say invested in. That's actually the wrong word. Interested. We'll just stick with the word interested, because that keeps it simple. Doesn't have to be a show I've never seen before, but it does have to be a show I'm interested in. Like Daredevil, for instance.
Units with riot gear needed to respond to a public disturbance.
Alright, what do we got, Rhino?
Needed in the area of Columbia.
I mean, steroids? Did he just say stand your ground to someone fighting Rhino?
Yuri, Rhino's on the move, but former guests of Rikers are laying into your police barricade. I'm gonna even the odds.
Do it. If those barricades fall, the people inside are done for.
Oh god, there's a big guy! Spider Bro! So did you catch that this is a crime event right next to this? I don't know if you caught that. That's why there's so many of these guys here. God damn it. That's... No kidding, Hazardous. Are we done? Okay, that's that.
I hate seeing the city like this. Gotta find some way to get things under control.
Whoops, that's not the right button. I mean, it worked. It's not what I meant to hit. Oh, Jesus, this guy's gonna kill me. Very lucky. God damn it.
Thanks, Spider-Man! No more men in the open!
Never seen Rhino walk away from a fight like this. He must be working on orders from Dr. Octavius, making quick hit and runs on the city's emergency response teams.
It's almost like there's a leader who's giving them actual direction now. How's that for a terrifying thought? Although that also implies that these supervillains have never had any kind of leadership or coordination before. Which is possible, but interesting. I mean, has Rhino just been in prison for the last 8 years? Or 6 years, however long? Working on it. That's kind of neat. I don't know if you caught that, but the cop just said, "Cover Spider-Man. He can't do this alone." That's just sweet. I mean, it's totally wrong, but it's still sweet.
Spider-Man! Up top! Convicts are launching RPGs! They'll bring down the building!
I'm not gonna let that happen. I'm on it. One roof clear.
Wow, that's actually your plan. Bring down the building. Wow. I mean, there's a few buildings I'd like to destroy, but Jesus. What? Now?
There are easier ways to ask for an autograph. Who thought it was a good idea?
I really have more important things to do right now.
We're on the same team. Please wait to attack me till after we take out the convicts.
Lawbreakers will be pacified.
Pacified? Anyone else feeling very 1984 right now?
Nah.
Come on, anybody?
I read that book. It's horrible. And kind of tame, actually, which is the sad part. See you around, Soda Street. Now that they're done distracting me from saving the day.
Riker's escapees are down. Need to deal with Sable's flying monkeys now. Yuri, precinct is secure. And I just found out what it means to be Sable's priority target. Not fun.
That'll teach you to piss off international mercenaries.
Guess so. Okay, I need to sign off for a bit. Call me if things go south.
Will do. And thanks. You've given us a fighting chance.
Okay. Need to hustle to Feast's sister site in Harlem and help May.
Peter, thank God. We need you at the Veterans Center. Where are you?
Busy.
I got held up. Are you okay? What's happening?
The convicts started a fire. We got the building staff out, but May and Miles are trapped inside. I'm trying to find a way into them, but the fire's spreading so fast.
Stay where you are, MJ. I'll handle this. Damn it. Move it, Pete. Move!
Well, gotta deal with this real quick first.
Forgot my ID. How about I prove who I am by kicking your butt?
There it is. feeling for this one. Damn it. Oh. There you go. Yeah, camera? Camera. Camera. There we go. It's fine. May's fine. If she dies, who cares, honestly? I mean, it's just Aunt May. She's only cool. Is that everything? Oh, there he is. What? Oh, whatever.
I've got to find a way to get Sable out of New York permanently.
So, step one, kill all of them. I should hurry up anyways. I'm on a real-life timer here, and I do want to finish this story mission before we cut it off for the day. Yeah, this is cool. This is cool.
Peter, fire and rescue's on the way. I found a fire escape that'll get me...
MJ, stay back. I don't want to have to rescue you too.
Peter, don't be crazy. Wait for help.
Cool. I got this.
Nay!
And he just crushed her to death.
Here! We're over here!
So, grab him right now, and then get out.
Hang on! Ow! Hey, man, you alright? Get to the window! It's too far!
You're stupid.
Hold on!
God damn it. Let's make this very clear.
Just brace yourselves! Come on, you stupid piece of... Come on, May! I've got you! Oh my god.
Go! Go!
I mean, I get that he's tired, but get down there and save them. Jesus, dude.
No!
Pure reflex. Ha! Sorry.
We've got you.
Now that was kind of stupid, but... my man. But yeah, that was kind of stupid. But Miles is awesome, so I'm willing to forgive it this time.
Is May okay?
Everyone is safe.
MJ, if it weren't for you and Miles, I would have been...
As dead as I would have been the last 8,500 times you saved me. Pretty sure I still owe you a few.
That's smart.
Hey. I'm sorry I screwed things up. It's just hard being the one who always gets saved, you know? Sometimes I want to do the saving.
I'm sorry I made you feel like you couldn't. Still partners?
Always.
Hey, so I didn't know if, you wanted sparkling or
or flat, or spring, or mountain spring. So I got one of each. Am I interrupting?
No, MJ, Ms. Watson, and I were just talking strategy.
Strategy?
That's right. The city is in danger. It needs our help.
All of our help.
All right, well, call the play, coach.
Okay. Divide and conquer. Ms. Watson, we need an anti-serum for Devil's Breath. Oscorp's developing something, but there's no way they can keep it safe from Octavius and Lee. We need to find the cure and protect it.
I'll chase down some leads.
Miles, you need to be my eyes and ears at Feast. Anything goes wrong, call me. We need to keep that place and the people there safe.
All right, you got it. What are you gonna do?
Gang of costume nut jobs is taking the city apart piece by piece. Time I return the favor.
All right. Hey, wait, how do I call you? I mean, you have like a cell phone in your pockets or something?
Ms. Watson can give you my number. Good luck, team.
You have his number. Are you Spider-Man's girlfriend? That'd be so cool.
Come on, Sherlock. Show me what you got in this water smorgasbord.
That'd be so cool if you're Spider-Man's girlfriend. Oh man, that's so sweet. Oh, Miles, you're awesome.
City feels a little more under control. Miles is watching Feast. MJ is tracking a Devil's Breath cure. Time for me to focus on finding Otto and stopping whatever he has planned. Yuri, we need to start tracking the big boys. Still no leads on Octavius?
No, nothing. Forensics can't even do a sweep of Times Square. Everyone in that department but the intern is sick.
I might be able to turn something up. Let you know what I find.
Dude, Miles is awesome. Shelves are bare everywhere. Not sure how long until my fridge gets empty. Getting kind of scary. Yeah. Yeah. So, wow, I never thought I'd get this happy seeing Spider-Man destroy an armored vehicle. Dude crushed that Sable APC. Everyone's getting sick with this Devil's Breath stuff. Is it even safe to go outside anymore? Wouldn't have eaten tonight if not for Spider-Man. Guy's a real hero. I've been pretty much quarantined to my block for... I've forgotten how long. I have a memory of the sun. Of things that are not me turning up the volume on my TV to drown out weapon fire outside. Oh, dude, I know that feel. Went to Bodega for coffee, but saw one of those masked and bodyguard guys and noped right back upstairs. World's on fire, but at least I got a high five from Spider-Man. Eternal opossum screaming. Spidey just saved a bunch of cops from a shooting gallery. This is getting beyond scary. Feels like we're in the post-apocalypse movie or something. Spidey is our road warrior. Sable should stop chasing Spider-Man and start protecting us. Convicts raided a food shipment. Where was Sable? Nowhere. Usually not a Spider-Man fan, but he stopped convicts from assaulting a police fan. Thinks he deserves a nod of respect. Usually ready with the snide comment, but convicts sniping cops? I got nothing. Streets in front of my place are on fire. Would have been worse without Spider-Man, though. And... escaped convicts, how to spot them and who to call, all in the latest Daily Bugle. Demon Infiltrator. I serve for the glory of the eyes that tear off your skin, showing you the true darkness within. Oh, hi, Baronessa. The what's the opposite of present? The ever invisible? So I don't know what the Mark IV suit is, but we got that now, so that's cool. I mean, that seems neat, but I'm going to take the Spider Pro. What do we got down here? Proximity sensor. Reveals secret photos on the minimap. That's awesome that that's an option. I might actually get the secret photos now. Oh, right, Rakuten. I thought I meant the demons in this game, because, you know, there's a gang called Demons in this game. Sorry. So you gotta oust me, Rakuten. That's the only way it works. Not really, Venters. Not unless you count Pokemon. And, yep, we have swept and are good with everything, basically. Let's go with all of those, because I use that relatively frequently. And the trip mine. Yeah, we could go and increase the web bomb too, although I don't use it all that often. That's the concussive, that's the suspension matrix. Oh, I'm sure there are Black Val. I've only gotten one of them, and it was like, you've gotten one of like 25 or 50 or whatever. I should probably go easy on that until I've got all the suits, because I care about suits more than I care about upgrades. And mods. I should probably start crafting these too. Anything that doesn't take a challenge token, I should start crafting. Huh. There's still stuff that takes base tokens. But I've done all the bases. We know what that means. Well, I need base tokens to get the spider drone, ironically. Ah, well, whatever. We'll get more bases later, I'm sure. To my knowledge, basically no other superheroes are in this game. Like, Sable's in the game, the villains are in the game, Spidey's in the game. And that's basically it. Really, Black Vial? Can it possibly be sillier than the best suit in the game? Behold. I love how they do the shadows on this. That's really nice. That's just actually impressive. Anyways.
Alarmist, paranoid, conspiracy theorist. All nasty words people have used to insult and demean me. But now, after years of me trying to warn you all, here we are. Spider-Man has literally brought a plague down upon us. Why do I blame him and not Martin Lee? I do blame Martin Lee. He deserves swift justice, but he's a lunatic terrorist. This is what they do. Whereas Spider-Man claims to be a hero. Yet he obviously knew about the threat and didn't warn us. He either thought he'd handled it, which makes him criminally negligent, or he was in on it, which makes him a terrorist too.
This suit is crazy. It really is. But no. So, save. So yeah, chopping off for the night, at least for a couple hours before we go start working on board game night. So, for those of you who only care about Spider-Man, 10 a.m. tomorrow, EST, same as usual. And for those of you who care about board game night, we'll be doing board game night in a couple hours. See you around, guys.